loudest at this location. Then we're going to go to the fifth intercostal space, mid-clavicular line, and we're going to listen to the mitral valve. And again, S1 is going to be loudest here, dub. And there's something special about this site. This is the point of maximal impulse. This is where you're going to listen for the apical pulse. So we're going to sit here, we're going to count it for 1 full minute. And a normal apical pulse in an adult should be 60 to 100 beats per minute. And his apical pulse was 63. Then we're going to switch over with the bell of our stethoscope, and we're just going to repeat in those locations. And we're specifically listening for heart murmurs, so that's swishing, blowing sound. So that's what we're going to listen to with that. And I did not hear it. Now let's listen to lung sounds. Now when you're listening to lung sounds, you're listening for abnormal sounds. And here are some samples of some abnormal sounds that you may hear. Crackles. Wheezes. A friction rub. Or strider. First, we're going to listen anteriorly, and what we're going to do is we're going to listen with the diaphragm of our stethoscope, and we're going to start at the apex of the lungs, and we're going to always compare sides and just inch our way downward and assess all the lobes of that right and left lung. So first, let's start up here, okay? And then I want you to take a good deep breath in and out. Here we go, apex.
Lights flicker? Look at the TV.
Okay, we're going to compare sides.
Or the TV.
Then we're going to move down to the second intercostal space, and this is going to help us assess the right upper lobe and the left upper lobe. So, another deep breath in out. Then we're going to go down to the fourth intercostal space, and we're going to assess where our right middle lobe is and our left upper lobe. Because remember, the right lung has 3 lobes and the left lung has 2 lobes. So let's listen to our left upper lobe. Just move down a little bit more. Then we're going to go mid-axillary at the sixth intercostal space, and we're going to listen to the right and left lower lobes. So, just want to turn this side right there. Take a deep breath in. Okay, other side. Okay, now let's listen posteriorly. Again, using the diaphragm of the stethoscope, you're going to start listening at the apex and work your way down. And one thing to keep in mind when you're listening back here, you have the scapula, and you don't want to listen over those because you won't be able to hear the sound. So you're going to listen in between where the scapula and the spine are, so down in these regions right here. And again, we're just going to compare sides, and you can do this part at the end if you wanted to whenever you turn your patient over to look at their back side, but we're just going to go ahead and do it now. So we're going to start in the apex, compare sides. Then we're going to find C7, which is that vertebral prominence. It's the big ball right there. You can't miss it. And go down to about T3, and you'll be in between the shoulder blades, and go a little bit in between the shoulder blades and the spine right there, and you're going to assess the right and left upper lobes. Then from T3 to T10, we're just going to inch around and we're going to listen to the right and left lower lobes. Okay, so that is how you assess the chest. And don't forget to watch that video on a complete head-to-toe nursing assessment. Thank you so much for watching.
Good news. Investing in E-Trade, not complicated.
What's this one? Wheezing, no? That's
Wheezing is musil.
that's friction. No?
It's friction, bro.
Oh, that's strident scroll. Quiz. Something. Wheezing?
Wheezing is musil. So what the hell is that? High pitched musil.
Listen to this one. Crackles? Oh no. That's wheezing. That's crackles. There's a little bit of crackles. You hear it fine?
Horse crackle.
Oh, here's the answers. Let's start it again from the beginning. Ready? I'm gonna test it.
Take a picture of it.
That's wheeze. A high-pitched polyphonic wheeze. Listen to this one. Fine crackles.
Fire crackles. At the apex.
No, that's the fine crackles at the base. The coarse crackles at the apex. This is strident.
Base is up top.
No.
Oh no, that's
It's
the
over
yeah,
heart.
right. I was thinking about the heart.
This is bronchial.
Bronchiovesicular.
This is bronchial. The next one is vesicular. This is vesicular. That's low-pitched wheeze. Pleural friction rub. Bronchovesicular. Coarse crackles. Let's see this one.
Hi, I'm Rex Moore with The Motley Fool, and I've been to a very crowded CES for 8 straight years now. And I can honestly...
Hey everyone, it's Sarah with RegisteredNurseRN.com, and in this video, I'm going to be going over how to assess the neck, specifically the carotid artery, and looking at those neck vessels. Now, this is typically done during the cardiac part whenever you're assessing a patient, either from head to toe, or you're just wanting to do a cardiac focus assessment. And this is really important on those middle-aged or older adults who have a history of cardiac disease, because what we're going to be doing whenever we're doing this assessment, we are going to auscultate the carotids for bruits, which I'll go over that here in a second, and we're going to palpate and we're going to feel on the carotid artery. We want to know how the contour feels or the amplitude. And we're going to grade it, and then next we're going to assess those neck vessels for any bulging, looking for fluid overload, things like that. So let's get started. So first what we're going to do is we are going to auscultate the carotid artery, and what we're listening for are bruits, and that's what I talked about at the beginning of the video. And this is where you have a turbulence of blood flow, and it will sound like a blowing or swishing sound. And this is indicative of atherosclerotic narrowing. And what you want to do is you want to use the bell of your stethoscope, and we're going to listen in 3 different places to get a really good assessment. We're going to listen at the angle of the jaw, so find the jaw, and we're going to go right below it, so we're going to go in there. And then we're going to go mid-cervical area, which your cervical area is your neck, and we're just going to go in the middle of it, so we're going to go about right there. And then we're going to go at the base of the neck. And the key whenever you're doing this is you want to press lightly with the bell of your stethoscope. And whenever you're doing that, you're just pressing lightly because you don't want to create a false bruit or compromise circulation by narrowing the arteries. And what you want to do whenever you do this, you want to have the patient take a breath and have them exhale and hold it for a second while you're listening, so you're not hearing breath sounds and it won't mess with the sounds that you're hearing. So we're going to listen real fast. Okay, so first let's go at the angle of the jaw. Okay. Take a breath for me and exhale. Okay, take a breath for me and exhale again. Okay, again. Okay, and that sounded great. And then you're just going to compare sides and repeat on the other side.
I'm gonna finish here.